my dear friends and net aspirants. Welcome back to yet another video session of High Point, and in this video we'll be looking at the line by line summary of the poem The Valediction, Forbidding Mourning by Donne. If you are a first time listener to my video, then you can subscribe to my channel. If you are interested to have more videos related to English literature, and also press the bell icon while you subscribe so that you get a notification whenever we are publishing a video in here. And also follow me on Instagram for more variety of materials in the Instagram story session, reel session, and also in the feed of Instagram. You can follow me. My Instagram ID is ligimaria90, and also visit my website www.highpoint.in for more explanatory notes and audio notes and downloadable PDF materials and attemptable previous and practice question papers. If you want to know more about the study materials that we are providing for NTA, UGC, NET, JRF, English language and literature, and the bonuses and the any other details related to the course, the free structure, 50% of off is going on nowadays. You can grab that while the offer is still alive there. And if you want to know anything related to our course, website, or the things that we are providing in the various platforms, you can WhatsApp me or call me in this number. At the same time, you can use the Instagram platform to reach out to me. Okay, so if you want to have the courses, you can subscribe that from the website itself. Let's move on to the introductory part about the poem. A Valediction, Forbidding Mourning is a metaphysical poem by Donne. So, about metaphysical poetry and poets and the various features of metaphysical poem, we have discussed already in the previous video, and the previous video is available in the I button, and all other videos included in this particular session of Puritan age are also available in the I button in the form of a playlist. You can have if you have missed any of the previous video. So this is a metaphysical poem. What is metaphysical poem? You can refer to the previous video. I'm not going to explain that in here. Written in 1611 or 1612 for his wife Anne before he left on a trip to continental Europe. So what is the context of writing this poem? Donne wrote this poem around 1611 or 1612, when before he was before his depart on a trip to continental Europe. He is addressing as a speaker in this poem to his wife Anne More. Okay, it is a 36-line love poem that was first published in the 1633 collection Songs and Sonnets 2 years after Donne's death. So after Donne's death, posthumously, a collection of his poems published titled as Songs and Sonnets. And this poem contains 36 lines. It's a love poem, and it was first published in this collection, Songs and Sonnets, published in the year 1633. Based on the theme of two lovers about to part for an extended time, the poem is notable for its use of conceits and ingenious analogies to describe the couple's relationship. So here they have used many Valediction, Forbidding Mourning is a typical poem that we can see every other characteristics of metaphysical poem. It has used metaphysical conceits, and it has ingenious analogies in order to describe the context in this particular poem. In here, the couple's relationship, and also we can see knowledges of various disciplines are also used in order to bring about variety of metaphors in order to describe the situation in this poem. So this is a typical poem in which we can see all the major characteristics of a metaphysical poem. Okay, critics have thematically linked it to several of his other works, including A Valediction of My Name in the Window, Meditation Third from the Holy Sonnets, and A Valediction of Weeping. So the critics, those who have criticized this work, who analyzed and studied this work, considering the themes of this poem, they have linked this poem to several of his other works, including A Valediction of My Name in the Window, meditation third from the holy sonnets, and a valediction of weeping. Okay, so these are the poems that they have linked to thematically to this poem. Now let's have line by line summary of the poem. I'll read the poem and you listen to the summary, the meanings that I am referring in here. Now, as virtuous men pass mightily away and whisper to their souls to go. So before that, let me tell something related to some explanations related to the title. Okay, a valediction forbidding mourning. So John Donne here, he is going to have a trip, a long trip. It's an extensive trip where he will be away from his home and his wife for a long period of time. And the wife is worried. The wife has many complaints and all, where the wife is worried about many things. Okay, and he is consoling his wife by telling various things related to a relationship, love relationship, that the two persons possess, how it should be. And he gives many analogies and bring about metaphors and the conceits from various disciplines in order to substantiate his argument. Okay, so he begins his uh, you know he begins his poem with the image of a dying person, dying man. As virtuous men pass mildly away and whisper to their souls to go, while some of their sad friends do say the breath goes now and some say no. So in the first stanza, in this first four line, what he says, just like a dying man die, a peaceful, virtuous man die peacefully without any hustle and bustle, without any noise. Silently he uh, passes away. So in that same way, we have to depart. Some some sad friends who surrounds that dying person, they'll say that he has stopped breathing now. No, some other will say that he still has breath. No, he is still alive. So in that way they'll talk with each other, but the dying man who is virtuous, he will pass virtuously, he will pass silently. Just like that, when we depart, let's don't make any noise of our complaints, any noise of our mourning, but there is nothing to mourn or nothing to complain. We are still lovers, and just like a virtuous man die, just like a richest man dies, let's also depart with each other uh, for a time period silently, without any complaints, without any mourning. So I hope that is clear to you. So let us melt and make no noise. So we know that we are sad inside. We have problems and burning issues. Maybe we have our complaints inside us. So let's melt silently. Let's make no noise of our complaints or of our mournings. No tear floods, nor sighing tempest move. Twere profanation of our joys to tell the laity our love. So what they say that let's melt together, let's melt silent. There is no need of flood of tears, no need to cry and no to mourn over my going away from you. So there is no need to sigh that will turn into a tempest. And if we openly express our gloominess or grief because I am going away from you, then that will make a kind of degrade display of our own emotions, our of love relationship. So it will become ordinary by displaying our grief in an open way. So there is no need of that. That's what he is telling in this 8 stanzas. So let's take the model of the dying person who will die silently. Just like that, our love is virtuous. There is no need that we make so much noises, tear floods and sigh tempest in order to show off our feelings for each other when we depart with each other for a brief time period. Now, moving of the earth brings harms and fears. Men reckon what it did and meant, but trepidation of the spheres, though greater far, is innocent. So, what's the next thing that he says? Natural earthly disturbances such as earthquakes and all, it will bring harms, and we fear that kind of movements of earth, right? When earth plateau moves, earthquake will happen. So it will bring it will bring harms and fears among people, and we don't want that. but it will also scare and it will also hurt human beings. And ordinary people, men reckon what it didn't mean. So ordinary people, they will think about these things, and they will or they will notice these the events happening, and they will wonder what all these things are meaning. But the trepidation of the spheres, the movement of the earth and the other planets, they are greater than the earthquake. The movement of earthquake, it will last only for some seconds. But even though that will bring fears and harms among people, but the movement of the spheres, that is far more greater than the movement of the earth plateau, but still it is more silent than the earthquake. Okay, even though the movement of the spheres are greater, it is still innocent. That means it makes no noise. We won't even feel that earth is moving, right? So in that way, let's be silent. Let's don't show off our feelings. Okay, let's, like the great movement made by the planet, they are silent, but the small instantaneous movement of earth plateau is so noisy. It will bring so harm and fears among people. That is not needed. So we are not having an ordinary kind of relationship with each other. We are very close. We are very bound to each other, so there is no need that we make many noises and many emotional display when we depart with each other physically, when we don't see each other daily for a time period. Okay, that's what he says. Now, dull sublunary lovers. So here in this essay, in this fourth stanza, we can see how he bring about the how he brings about the knowledge of astrology into it. Dull sublunary lovers love, whose soul is sense, cannot admit absence, because it doth remove those things which elemented it. So sublunary means what? Dull sublunary lovers love means ordinary people's ordinary love, whose soul is sense, they cannot admit this kind of absence of their lovers for a time period. Okay, so just like if we are having an ordinary kind of love, we cannot tolerate this separation for a, even though for a brief period of time. You cannot, we won't, our relationship won't tolerate this kind of absence. But we are not having an ordinary kind of love. Why? Dull ordinary people, their love, they cannot stand their love, that relationship can't stand this kind of absence, because it will remove this absence of the lovers. It will remove those things which made them to love each other. Maybe the beauty of the person, the other sensual things that the person provided. So when that got, the physical presence of the person instigated the love between them. So when all those elements get absent because of the absence of the lover, that will, that because of that, the lovers, the ordinary lovers, cannot stand this kind of absence. Okay, because the elements, those who promoted the love between them, will also get absent. That's why. But we are not having an ordinary kind of love relationship, so there's no need that we worry for the absence, because something elevated happened between them, not physical, not ordinary relationship that we possess. Now, moving on, but we by a love so much refined that ourselves know not what it is, hinder assured of the mind, careless eye slits and other hands to miss. So what he says that, see, the ordinary people, they will miss each other. Their love will get degraded and lesser when they depart with each other, because they have an ordinary kind of love relationship. But we love each other in a refined manner. Our love is so refined, which is quite away from this all these physical. It is not dependent upon the physical things that we see each other in our physical body, our physical things surroundings. So we have we have an elevated kind of love, a refined kind of love, that our love, that ourselves know not what it is. So what kind of refinement, what kind of level that we have a relationship in it, we don't know about it. Inter-assured of the mind, but our minds are inter-assured. Our minds are so sure about each other. We care very less about the eyes, the beauty of the eye or the lips or the hand to miss. So we cannot physically miss each other because our love is so elevated and refined. We cannot we cannot lose our love when when I cannot see you, when I cannot feel you physically each other. So that is not needed, such a refined love that we possess each other because our minds are inner assured. So this poem by Donne is quite very easy to understand. Our two souls therefore which are one, though I must go, enter not yet a breach but an expansion, like gold to airy thinness beat. So here he brings about a metaphor of metallurgy. See, if you beat gold and flatten it, it will actually, it will, gold can flatten into extreme thinness. Gold will never break. If you beat and beat and beat, it will flatten and flatten and flatten. It will never break. That's why gold is used to make ornaments. So just like that, see, if you beat gold plate, it will cover more area. It will expand and it will cover more area. It won't breach. There won't be a break or breach in that gold plate if you beat it into thinness. It will expand more area. So just like that, we will also cover as I travel, that you have to understand in this way that as I travel, our love will also expand more, just like the gold plate will become more thin and expand large area as it will get beaten. So our souls, we are one. No, nothing physical or anything in this world can separate us. We have an inner-assured mind. So our souls are, our souls are one. So just like a gold plate will get expanded as it will get beaten. So same way, our love will also cover a larger area. It will get expanded as I travel larger places, as I go away from you. It is not going to break or it is not going to end. Now, if they be two, they are two also, as stiff twin campuses are two. So this is a famous metaphysical conceits. Wherever we tell about metaphysical poetry, we will also remember this conceit. If they be two, they are two so, as if twin compasses are two. Thy soul, the fixed foot, makes no show to move, but doth if the other do. And though it in the center sit, yet when the other far doth roam, it leans and hearkens after it and grows erect as that comes home. Okay, so what happens? See, if they be two, they are two so. Means these, even though our love is unified, our souls are unified, we are two different people. We are individuals. You know, if their souls are in fact individual, our souls are individual. We have individual souls, but souls are united in love. But our souls are like twin legs of a compass. So it's like how one leg is drawing the circle while the other leg is fixed at the center, and the other leg will come back to the center once the circle is finished. Thy soul the fixed foot. So your soul, since you are staying at the home and I am going out, and after a certain period of time I'll come back. So your soul will be the fixed foot of the compass. It will make no show. This fixed foot of the compass, it will remain silent. It will remain stiff and fixed in order to complete that circle by the other leg of the compass. So just like that, you will make no noise. You will be very fixed and you will be, waiting for the other leg to come back. And though it in the sender sit, yet when the sender far doth roam. So the soul of the lover, soul of the wife of John Donne, we can say, should be, the soul of the lover should be fixed at the center, just like the fixed leg of the compass, and it won't move. So the stationary compass foot will be fixed at the center of the paper or the center of the circle that the other compass leg is going to draw. And when the other compass foot moves far away, okay, yet when the other far doth roam, other means the other leg of the compass will roam far away in order to draw the circle, the stationary would change its angle. So even though that leg is fixed, it has to change its angle in order to make this circle to happen, right? It will lean and it will change the direction as if longing to be near to its partner. So as if you long to, you will be in the center, you will be fixed and you won't make any movements just like the fixed compass leg. But fixed compass leg will lean and it will change the direction as the other leg draws the circle. So in the same way you will be fixed, but you will yearn, you will in a way long for the other partner to come near to you, just like the fixed compass leg. I hope that's clear. You will be intact and you will be fixed, and even though you will lean and you will change the direction, you will be fixed to the other. You will always looking to the other moving leg, and you will be fixed and you will long to the comeback of your lover. Now, such wit, such wilt thou be to me, who must, like the other foot, obliquely run. Thy firmness make my circle just and makes me end where I began. So here he argues that the speaker's lover will be like his stationary foot. So you should be like Donne says to his wife that you should be you should be like just like the fixed stationary foot, while he himself must travel a circle in a certain route. So while I travel, while make the circle, you have to be very fixed and you have to be without making any movements and shows. You have to be very fixed at the center. So her fixed position, it will provide him with the stability to create a circle. So if only the center is fixed, the one leg of the compass is fixed at the center, then only the other leg can make a proper circle. So in that way, I'll be proper, I'll be also very faithful to you, I'll be stable in our relationship when you are stable at the center. Just like a compass can create a circle only when the center is fixed. Okay, so in that way, if you are fixed at the center, just like a compass will finish the circle and come back where it began. So in the same way, if you are fixed at there, and while I make the circle, I'll come back to you just as the compass foot of the compass that draws the circle. So I'll also come back where I have begun, just like the compass foot of the compass. So that was the poem all about. So he brings about a very unusual combination of images in here. That's what exactly meant by metaphysical conceit. So he was so daring in order to bring about these kind of metaphors, these kind of knowledges into poetry. So far, until John Donne, nobody was doing such a daring thing until metaphysical poetry. So recently means in the modern times only, metaphysical poetry gained momentum, and metaphysical poetry got many, legitimacy in various poetries published all these ages. So until then, nobody was really caring about metaphysical poetry, because John Dryden even criticized metaphysical conceit and metaphysical poets and poetry, their productions. And also Samuel Johnson also criticized metaphysical poetry. So after that, we cannot see, nobody was really talking about metaphysical poetry. But in modern age, T.S. Eliot and all, they talked about metaphysical poetry, and they also found great value for metaphysical poetry, especially poetries of Donne. So that's all about it. I hope this was clear to you. If you have any doubts, don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section. If you have any suggestions that you want me to make in the videos, you can also comment that in the comment section. Don't forget to visit my website www.highpoint.in. Even if you are not going to subscribe to the course, you can have the free trial and see whatever we have provided there. If you are studying on your own, you'll get a guidelines from the website what you have to cover for the next year of English language and literature exam. And also follow me on Instagram because I am providing a lot of materials in a daily basis there. Variety of materials, short videos and carousels and study cards and many things in various sessions in my Instagram. Various sessions in my Instagram page. And if you want to know anything related to NTA, UGC, NET, JRF, English language and literature, and also my website and the study materials and the courses there, you can use this number and also use the Instagram page to reach out to me. Okay, that's all about it. Meet you in the next video session. Until then, stay tuned to High Point and be happy, guys. And also follow me and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and press the like button if you like the video, and also press the bell icon so that you get a notification here. Thank you for listening to my video, and bye bye.